Hello and welcome. Welcome, friends. Welcome, family. Welcome, everyone. Welcome, all light seekers. If you're here, you're meant to be here. I'm Olivia, and this is Tarot and Coffee with Olivia, here to do your daily pick a card reading. I do want to let y'all know how much I appreciate each and every one of you, not just for subscribing, but also commenting, hitting that thumbs up, that blue thumbs up like button, or that thumbs down. I didn't like this one. You're free to have your opinion. I love it. I love your opinion. I love different ideas. Please comment. Give me all kinds of helpful criticism if you like. If you're mean, I'll take it down, but that's just the way it goes. So I do want to read some names out of some particular people that I am grateful for that have supported me in this in so many ways. And that is Stella, Jimmy, D, Z, oh, I forgot my Z, Ryan, and Emily. So I have some really great supporters, and I just really appreciate you guys and want you to know that. So I want to go ahead and tell you when I was drawing the cards today, they looked very, very biblical to me. And so that's why I am shuffling these character cards today, because they have Bible scriptures on the back and quotes. So we are going to get our thought of the day from there, and then we're going to go into kind of a biblical looking, at least, reading, and we'll see where we go from there. I guess I should go ahead and cut the deck, draw a card, and we have alertness. This is our thought of the day, alertness versus unawareness. Being aware of that which is taking place around me so that I can have the right responses for them. Mark 14:38, watch ye and pray, lest you enter into temptation. The spirit truly is ready, but the flesh is weak. I love this, alertness. There is a YouTube channel that I just love. They're getting ready to, it's 4 guys, and they're all, and some of their wives as well, are body language reading experts. And by working together, they actually become more credible than you might think. Anyway, they're also hilariously funny and fun. I really enjoyed watching their take on the debates. So I'll list those down here. Also, Gavin DeBecker. Okay, so what they say, Gavin DeBecker wrote a book. I'll put that in there too. One of the biggest ways to be safe out in the world and in your own home is to pay attention, be alert, be aware of what's going on around you. Like the card says, being aware of that which is taking place around me so that I can have the right responses to them. That is a big way to stay and be safe. So I love it. Okay, so let's look at these card toppers that we have here. We have the beautiful and intricate rose selenite. Is that a good focus on that? And then we're going to show you the TigerEye palm stone, which also has a nice worry spot, meaning that it's got a nice smooth spot to run your thumb or worry your thumb over. Then we have the Chalkopyrite, which from far away looks like just an old lump of coal, right? But once you get it up close, you start seeing all the colors as well as all the sparkles. It's a beautiful stone. This one, I believe, is Flourite. It's a purple toned, and it also has some clear crystal, cloudy crystal. It could possibly be amethyst, but I think it's Flourite. I also want to show off this beautiful gift I got. Thank you for that. Okay, I'm going to have a sip of cuppa before we get going any further. That is good coffee. I hope you have a beverage of choice with you today. Oh, and we were all blurry this whole time. Let me get this focused. There we go. All right. So if you need more time to choose your card, and many people choose more than one card, and that is fine to do. I just don't integrate the cards. I will integrate the thought of the day into each card, though. Okay, so if you need more time, go ahead and take that time, pause the video, and you can have as much time as you need. And otherwise, I'm going to start with the Rose Selenite, and we will see what we have for you here. And we have this guy. Wow. Take a look at that face. Let me get a focus on that face. Isn't he scary looking? Dude. Okay, so he's very scary looking in this deck. He is, look how he's getting ready to jump up and pounce off his chair. That behavioral panel, they would note that. Yeah, he is uncompromising. I actually drew him upside down, so I am going to read some of the more negative aspects of this particular King of Swords. And that is, he is uncompromising. He's extremely rational with no heart. He's also he's an older person. He's insightful. He's of course wise and knowledgeable, but he can be evil. Boom, boom, boom. Okay, so if he is you today, dude, you have some soul cleansing to do. That's mostly about forgiveness. It starts with forgiving yourself, and then it moves on to forgiving others, or it can go the other way around. But I don't think that's what I don't think this card is actually necessarily you, unless you find those words to just really buzz in your head as someone else called you that just yesterday. Uncompromising, making unilateral decisions for whole groups of people that you're not in charge of. I don't know how that would happen, but is this of someone else? If this rings a bell, if you can stay clear of this person, I would. If it's reminded you of someone, but you don't think, you know, they don't necessarily have to have all these traits, and they certainly don't necessarily have to be evil, but you just might be wary of the darker side. They may be trying to make decisions for you wherein you'd like to make them for yourself. So that's really what this card is about. So whatever this reminded you of, if it was yourself, then I would say start thinking about cracking that old black heart open. If it's someone else, I think that it would be prudent to listen to their advice, because they are very wise. They're older. Give them your respect, but man, get ready to jump out of the way when you need to, okay? Be aware. Be alert. Be aware of that which is taking place around you. Is he really getting ready to hop out off that chair and come at you? Well, you better get going. I really mean that in the most lighthearted of ways. So with that, remember, take what resonates, leave the rest. We have this TigerEye here, the TigerEye Palm and Worry Stone. And you have the Lovers. Love. See how I mean? This card is looking so biblical. That looks just like Adam and Eve in the Garden of Eden. How could it be any differently? So basically, if you have this card, it could literally mean that you get to spend time with your lover today. One of the things I always like to think about with this card, with the male and the female and the androgynous angel, we also have, well, that this is a beautiful blessing. to have a lover or be a lover. Not everybody gets that. But it's also about realizing the cause and effect that we have on one another and the universe. So, in other words, being aware of what we are doing in our daily lives that causes an effect. If you're someone who's looking to have a partner, what is it that you're doing that is kind of getting in the way? Some people actually don't realize it, but they're shooting themselves in the foot about it. Sometimes there are sometimes there are things out of their control that play big factors in whether you have or have not. But whether you have or have not with this card today, I would say be aware of energies exchanged between you and others. And as I always say when I see this card, if you don't have someone to spend the day with and spend the time with and have a beautiful relationship with, then you need to have that relationship with yourself. Loving yourself through loving yourself the way you want your lover to love you. And being clear about what it is that you want in a lover. And if you're not clear, you will become clear of that once you start treating yourself the way you feel like you should be treated by someone else. Judgment. Okay, I just pulled the card out from under the Chalkopyrite, and we have a heralding, an awakening, a judgment. What is my highest calling, you might be wanting to ask? Okay, so see, it's an actual biblical judgment day being illustrated here in this card. We have who is it, Gabriel? Gabriel, blow your horn. And people actually rising up from their graves, because this is a card of great transformation. It might also be represented by butterflies, but we don't see that here in this card. It's also a big awakening. Transformation. Things are going to look very different than they did before you got this card. So this card today says that you really are coming through something and you're coming out on the other end, and you're seeing things a lot differently and in a better light. Being aware of that which is taking place around me so that I can have the right responses to them. Mark 14:38, watch ye and pray lest ye enter into temptation. The spirit truly is ready, but the flesh is weak. Okay, so let's see about what's under the Flourite. This lovely character here is the Page of Rods. He comes bearing a message oftentimes. It's a message of creativity and a message of promise. You might be forming a new idea. See how he's kind of looking up? He's been kind of daydreaming, but he's starting to kind of formulate something creative, some project that he's ready to start working on, some vision that he has, something possibly impulsive project. But most of all, he's creative. He has his creative tools with him. He is not afraid to work hard. He's not afraid to take the lead. And again, I'm gendering them. Women have beards too, guys. Pay attention. So yeah, this person. Here, let's look at his face. So it looks like his eyes are kind of closed or kind of slitty, and he's envisioning something. So if you have this card today, Write those ideas down, whatever they may be. I don't know. What is it that you're thinking? And pay attention to what's going on around you. If you already have an idea that's sparked and you're watching what's going on around you, you can possibly flesh it out. And that's what I have for you today. I really appreciate you guys being here. I think I already said that a million times, but I could say it a million more, and it still ring true for me. So I hope you found this to be just what you needed. Please do take what resonates with you and leave the rest. But please don't make life-altering decisions or changes based on any pick a card, not even this one. But do connect with me on my other social media platforms listed in the description, and book with me for a more detailed and personal reading at any time. You can also find those links in the in the description of this video. Thank you so much. Y'all take care.